These zero-tolerance policies and the practice of separating families has faced opposition from all sides of the political spectrum. But the question everybody has now is, how long does it go for? When does it stop and how? There are legislative, judicial avenues to end the practice, as well as public pressure that could potentially get the administration to stop separating families at the border. To understand what comes next, I spoke with Luis Cespedes, chair of the Lawyers Committee for the Safe Haven Task Force here in Sacramento. Why are some saying that the Trump administration is holding these children hostage?
Well, number one, Stephen Miller, who's his advisor, has already said he wants to deter people from coming across the border by fearing that if you try to seek asylum or you're seeking some refuge, that you're going to be separated from your children. So that's to send a message. Number two is they want to force Democrats to pay for a wall, to pay for security, to pass immigration law that limits lawful immigration, and hopefully a path for dreamers. But this is a political game.
We know that President Trump can stop this policy of separating families at any time, but he won't do it. What other avenues are there?
The ACLU has brought lawsuits in San Diego in the Southern District of federal court before Judge Sabrow to stop it in a case called Ms. Lee versus ICE. He ruled in a motion to dismiss that Ms. Lee and Ms. C, one from Brazil, one from the Republic of Congo, had a Fifth Amendment constitutional substantive right to have care, custody, and control of their children.
I understand that there is a class action lawsuit that's an extension, basically, of this decision. When will we know if that can be effective to stop family separations?
Much like the travel ban and other attacks, 10th Amendment attacks on withholding funding from cities, etc., those can be issued immediately by a court and hopefully made nationwide.
It sounds like this judicial option is going to take a while. What other legislative alternatives are there to end this practice?
Well, immediately, Senator Feinstein has introduced the Keep Families Together Act. Senator Schumer, the majority or leader, former majority leader, now minority leader, is on that bill. And there are other efforts. It will take a while. That's the problem with legislative solutions.
What can people do to accelerate the end of this policy?
Every person needs to write to their congressperson, needs to get on Twitter, get on Facebook, talk to their neighbors, register to vote, change this policy once and for all, because it is the most anti-American policy since the internment of Japanese Americans in World War II. I would ask every mother to remember what it was like when you lost your child in the department store, just for a minute or two. That is what's going on with 2,000 plus children and their parents. They don't know who's caring for them, who's holding them at night, who's changing their diaper. It is un-American and it is unconstitutional.